Welcome back, my dear viewers, to Review Rant. I just got back from watching the latest holiday horror movie from the mastermind behind some of the sickest movies, Damien Leone's Terrifier 3.
There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
So the plot goes as, after surviving Art the Clown's Halloween massacre, Sienna and her brother struggle to rebuild their shattered lives. As the holiday season approaches, they try to embrace the Christmas spirit and leave the horrors of their past behind. However, just when they think they're safe, Art returns, determined to turn their holiday cheer into a new nightmare. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say without getting into spoilers, because this is a spoiler-free review. So, if you haven't watched the movie, don't fear. No spoilers in this review. But you should still watch the movie. Okay, so, it seems like Damien knocked it out of the park once again. The plot is simple yet surprisingly ambitious and very confident. The characters are better than both the previous movies, more rich and more expressive. And while the kills are not as gory as some people were perceiving it to be, I'm looking at you, London, the kills are still as violent as ever. If I may, I look at it like this. The first movie is very dark and joyless, while the second is much bigger, not only in budget, but in brutality. And the third is a gory, bloody, and barbaric film, focused on trying to forget the past while having the past catch up with you. The movie, in my opinion, is not as brutal as its previous predecessor, but it sure has the same hopelessness as the rest. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie is mighty violent and bloody as well. Another thing that I mentioned was the characters. I think this movie has the best characters out of this little trilogy. They all feel like a family. Each character kind of bounces off one another. That doesn't just apply to the main cast. Several other characters work together. Now, the only character that I felt shouldn't have been in the movie was Jonathan, but I'll get into that a little later. Besides that, every other character worked and was fun to get invested into. Now, the story I found pretty good. I found that Sienna's PTSD was handled fairly and wasn't annoying or pointless like in some other movies. In all, I think this is a solid watch for any horror fan. It respects what came before it, and it builds upon it. And it is always nice to add another Christmas horror movie to the list. Now, swiftly moving to the negatives, runtime was still a little too long. But at least, in my opinion, scenes didn't drag on like they did in the second one. But I still thought I should mention it. Another thing I mentioned was Jonathan. Now, my problem is that he's not in the movie all that much. He doesn't really do anything either. He's just there for a few scenes. Not enough, in my opinion, to have him in the movie. And that sucks. The dude who plays him seems really cool. What it seems like to me is that they're putting more focus on Sienna and Gabby's family relations instead of her brother, which kind of feels weird since just the last movie she was trying to protect him. But it's fine, I guess. Not really a big deal. One more additional thing about the characters is the demon creature that possesses Victoria from the first two movies. Don't know why the other demon clown child thing isn't here, but whatever. I was just kind of hoping that we would have gotten another Art solo movie, kind of like the first. And since there's going to be another movie in the works, here's hoping that we get a fourth movie focused on Art and Art alone. Well, that's all of our time for today. These were just some of my thoughts. How about you tell me yours? But till next time, peace.
Just do it! Make your dreams